The United States is no longer bullying China by presenting the B-1B Lancer strategic bomber in the Indo Pacific, facing Beijing's aggressiveness. Of course, Washington must handle it carefully. The show-of-force strategy must be improved, one of which is the deployment of the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Because the B-2 Spirit's level of secrecy is fairly strict, B-2 deployments must be carried out carefully if they don't want to be snooped on by foreign secret agents. The United States must carefully deploy B-2s from its allies that have adequate facilities and are relatively protected, and both points are on Australia. Quoted from EurasianTimes.com, April 8, 2022, in the midst of tensions with China that are increasingly mounting due to potential conflicts with Taiwan. So the United States Air Force for the first time deployed B-2 Spirits in large numbers in Australian territory. Of the total 20 B-2 Spirit units operated by the U.S. Air Force, 4 of them are now at Amberley Air Base in Queensland. Pictures from Planet Labs circulating on social media show that there are 4 B-2 Spirit units at Amberley Air Base. Something unprecedented, with a fifth of the B-2 fleet at any one time in Australia. B-2 bombers are known to have traveled to Australia several times for routine training with the Australian Air Force, however, the number is not large. The 4 B-2s in question from the 509th Bomb Wing at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, were deployed to Australia in support of the Pacific Air Force's Bomber Task Force. The first 2 units arrived at Amberley on July 10, while the second batch of B-2s arrived on July 12. B-2s have been deployed to Australia before, but this is the first deployment of these stealth bombers as part of the Bomber Task Force, BTF. The plan is that the deployment of the B-2 Spirit in Australia will last until the end of August. The deployment of the BTF is part of the Enhanced Force Posture Agreement, under the Force Posture Agreement between the U.S. and Australia, which includes the rotational deployment of U.S. aircraft of all types in Australia for joint training and exercises with the Australian Air Force. Since our advance team landed just over a week ago, U.S. airmen have integrated with their Australian counterparts in every specialty: fuel, logistics, maintenance, airmen, you name it, said Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Cusgard, commander of the 393rd Bomb Squadron. Cusgard further said that the B-2 will also perform refueling with Australian equipment and in-air refueling with Australian KC-30, Airbus A330 MRTT, tanker aircraft, while noting, "It was important for us to demonstrate that it can complete missions from a variety of locations in the largest combatant command in the world." The increasing presence of the nuclear weapon-capable B-2 Spirit in the Indo-Pacific could send a strong message to China, given that the B-2 bomber is one of the 3 components of the U.S. nuclear triad.